It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Fielded in the end zone, it's Porter. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a gap, it's Mobley. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. It's a 1st and 10. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
Can't get him to the ground.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. They're working that left side. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now here's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. What a quick start for this offense, putting up points on the 1st drive.
And that's got to feel good, Reese. You've been practicing all week. You've been practicing against the looks you were anticipating to see from this defense. You get those looks, you're able to come out, you run the ball, you throw the ball, and this offense right now is in a groove early.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Bring it out. It's Warren. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Running inside. It's Owens. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. The Aggies come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Throwing Reed. Bringing the heat. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Goes high to pull it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Made the grab and then did the rest himself and then put points on the board.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
From inside his own 5. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Throwing, Carr. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Quick release by the QB. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
First timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. Notre Dame looking for this 4th down conversion. 4th down, Carr. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
From the gun on third down, Carr. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown on the opening drive.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Carr to throw for it on fourth. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Takes a handoff. It's Young. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Carr takes the easy throw in the flat. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rigged running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Off the RPO, complete. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. C.J. Carr firing again. Picked off to stop the threat. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
You know, quarterbacks do not stare down receivers, especially when thrown over the middle of the field. You've got to look these safeties off. That was going to be a small window to throw into anyway, but staring at that wide receiver made the safety's job so much easier.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the big tackle.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun on third down, Reed. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he's...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Reed. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Great place to start for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, And another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing it away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Reed to throw. He's got him. Breaks into the open. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And the Aggies, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. On the run, it's Owens. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Dances away to buy time. On the run, deep down the right side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It'll be 3rd and long. Reed. Rushes on him. Finds some time. Quarterback gets the first down and more. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. A&M comes back out with another first down. From the gun. Here comes the heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Zings it complete to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Throwing, Carr. Here's the pressure. And it's a sack.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Pocket breaking down. Working that left side now. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Excellent job using the clock. They get the timeout. 2 ticks remaining, and now they can put up points before going to the locker room. Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Irish! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
This is one of those games where you got to make every single possession count. You got to give the offense credit. They did a nice job executing. If they hit this extra point, they're going to take a touchdown lead into halftime.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Warren. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments. Reed to the air again. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
He's got it and still on his feet. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation, and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. You saw it right there.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Oh, better look out! And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't...
It's a fumble. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Reed escapes the pressure to his right. Right on the money. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
The Aggies racing to the line in the hurry-up. On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Quarterback making checks. Gets the back moving. Marcel Reed to throw for it on fourth. Fires to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation.
Snags it, and he's open.